Hi, are we all there? Hi, sorry, I'm trying to set up the screen and I'm waiting on my client. He's taking a break real quick. He's in the restroom.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Tuesday, July the 2nd. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter. If you're requesting a court reporter, your case will be reset for a later date. Not hearing any objections, we will proceed. The first case we're going to call is C3027-24-F, State of Texas versus Alejandro.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Laura Barbosa on her behalf.
Hang on just a minute. Are you Alexandra? Yes or no? No? Well, then stand up. I called your name. You didn't. I told you earlier, if I called your name, stand up. Come to the front of the room over here so we can see you on the screen. Right there is fine. Move back a little bit. Good afternoon, Ms. Barbosa. Who's here for the state? Gabby?
Gabby Guareño for the state judge.
Okay. Laura, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. She has 4 charges. I believe the manufacture and delivery of controlled substances are all first-degree felonies, and the possession of marijuana is a 3rd degree. The grand total is $70,000, Your Honor. We're asking for PR bonds with AIP or without AIP. She's not a flight risk. She doesn't have any history that I can tell. And also, Judge, she's a U.S. citizen.
Actually, Judge, it's it's one of the manufacturing is a 1st degree, 2 manufactured deliveries are 2nd degrees, and the possession of marijuana is a state jail. It's correct. She doesn't have any criminal history. But at this time, the state believes that the bonds are reasonable and we're not recommending any reduction.
Raise your right hand, ma'am. Your right hand. You speak English? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Are you okay? You need to speak louder, okay, so we can hear you. It's being recorded, so we need to be able to hear you. You all right? Okay. What's your name? Sorry?
Alejandro.
How old are you, Miss Alejandro?
33.
33? Where do you live? Louder. Who do you live with? Do you have a job, Miss Alejandro? Where do you work? Louder. I know you can speak louder. Okay. Where do you work? What do you do at home?
Provider.
A provider for who?
A media work.
Thanks. How long have you been a provider? How long? 7 years? Can you hear me okay? Are you nervous? Okay. Okay. Are you married? You have children? How many children do you have? 1? How old is it? I can't hear you. 7 years old? Who's you with right now?
And Your Honor, I had conferred with Annalise. She had agreed to a PR bond on the email. I don't know if she had spoken.
If that's the case, then we can be in agreement, Judge. I apologize. I didn't have knowledge of that.
On all 4 counts, Laura?
That she just said I can agree to a PR bond. I can forward it to you, Ms. Guerrera.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Do you have an address? Do you know your address? And loud so I can hear it.
1002 South Tyler Avenue at 1 Texas. 78589.
You have a phone number?
My grandma,
You know what it is?
not remembering.
Okay.
I just sent it.
Okay.
And,
I'm gonna
and Your Honor,
order,
I had a conference
ahead.
with Miss Alejandro, and she has a speech impediment, Your Honor. I apologize for not letting the court know.
okay, I figured something was up. I'm gonna order, if you get out, Miss Alejandro, that you get drug tested. You understand me? And like I said earlier, probation's gonna call you to go in and get drug tested. Don't show up when they tell you to show up, you're gonna come back to jail. Is that clear? If you show up and you're positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear? You're not gonna be able to take care of your child if you're in jail, right? Did you
Okay.
receive the email, Gabby?
Yes, Judge, so that's correct. We can agree to a PR bond on all charges.
I'm gonna reduce the bond to $5,000 PR on all 4 counts. I'm gonna ask, what that means, Mrs. Alejandro, is that you're gonna get out with a promise to appear. When you get out, contact your attorney, let her know you're out, and give her your address and your phone number. At some point, you're gonna get a letter in the mail that you're gonna have to show up to the courthouse to take care of these cases. You need to stay in contact with your attorney. Do you understand that? If you don't show up at the courthouse, they're gonna issue a warrant for your arrest. You're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear? If you don't show up for the drug testing, you're gonna end up back in jail. No drugs, no alcohol while you're out on bond. Is that clear? Anything else, Laura?
Your Honor, that concludes my business for this most honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Happy 4th of July.
Thanks, Amy, and happy Independence Day. Next case we're gonna call is C 2982-24-C, State of Texas versus Kimberly Anguiano. You speak English, Kimberly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Public Defender Norma Borrego, there you are.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
You may proceed.
Your Honor, we're asking for a PR bond for Miss Anguiano's state jail felony possession charge. She also has some pending misdemeanors. The prosecutor for those cases did agree to PR bonds on those. So we are asking for the same. She does have children. She is a resident of Hidalgo County. She is a U.S. citizen, and she is not likely to abscond, Your Honor.
And Judge, the recommendation from the state is to reduce the current bond to a $5,000 cash surety with the drug patch. She does have some misdemeanor priors as well as a state jail trip in 2015 for abandoning and endangering of a child.
You're muted.
Raise your right hand, man. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name.
Kimberly Anguiano.
How old are you? You can put your hand up.
I'm sorry. I'm 30 years old.
Where do you live?
In Mission, Texas.
You know the address?
Yes.
What is it?
710 East Brasso Street.
East what? Is
Brasso Street, Mission, Texas.
that a house or apartment?
It's a house.
Who do you live with?
My husband, well, common law.
How long have you lived there?
For like 8 months.
Where were you living prior to that?
My father in Los Texas at 710 South Illinois Avenue.
Okay, if you make bond or if you get out on bond, you need to stay in contact with your attorney. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Order random UAs. I think I told the other female there, you need to show up to probation when they tell you to show up. No drugs, no alcohol while you're on bond. Marijuana, meth, whatever. You understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I go back to that location where you were arrested in Westaco because I do believe they issued a criminal trespass complaint against you. If you go back over there, you will be arrested. You understand?
That's fine.
You have a job, man?
Not at the moment, no.
When was the last time you worked?
I was working for Dr. Wilkins a year ago on Texas in Wasaga.
Are you married?
Common law, but I'm
Yep.
divorced.
Do you have children?
Yes.
How old?
My youngest is 3 and my oldest is 11.
Where are they now?
The 2 little ones are with my ex and the other ones are with my mother.
I'm not doing much good on drugs, man. Order random UAs, bond will be reduced to $5,000 PR. I'm gonna see you back in here. Go ahead and have a seat. Females may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that concludes my business with this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Next case we're gonna call is C 3009-24-F, State of Texas versus Christopher Cabriales. You can stand right there. You can have a seat there. You all right?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to, no disrespect to them. My pants are showing my eyes a little bit.
Okay, all right.
That's it.
Let's see. Sally Conant, you speak English, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sally Conant, this is your motion. You may proceed. You're on mute. You're on mute, Sally.
I'm sorry.
No
He's currently being held on a $25,000 bond for assault family household member. This is not his first case. He was convicted of a prior domestic assault. He was also convicted of, he got 8 years TDC in 2017 for, Gabby, do you have that?
Yes, it's for an aggravated assault.
Causing serious bodily injury. So I'm not sure of his work status right now, because if it was 2017 and it was 8 years, I'm not sure. I know he's
got off of February, man. May, my bad. Excuse me. I got off of parole in May.
Okay, just hang on, wait for your turn to finish.
I'm sorry, sir.
I noticed he's on food stamps too. I don't think he has any money for a bond at this time.
And you're at
What are you
this,
asking on? What are you asking on the bond, Sally?
Well, I'd like to ask for a PR bond, Your Honor, but I'll leave it up to the court because of the history.
All right. What says the state?
and Judge, because of his history, we would not be recommending any reduction.
Not sure if you're aware, Ms. Conant, but Mr. Cabriales, is that correct? There is a protective order that was issued. Sir, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Christopher Dwayne Cabriales, sir.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 47, sir.
Where do you live?
I live with my mother at 1413 Prosperity, Edinburgh, Texas, 78541.
What is your mother's name?
Cora Barrera.
Agapita.
She's my sister, sir.
Okay, don't, there's a protective order issued, sir, by the magistrate who arraigned you. And it's for 61 days. It'll expire. Looks like, August 26th of this year. What that order says is you cannot have any contact with Agapita Villarreal during that time period. You are not to commit any family violence. You're not to go possess any firearms. You're not to communicate with any family members. And you're not to go to the location, which is 4409 East Texas Road Apartment 4. You don't live there, do you?
No, sir.
Okay. You can't go near that address, 200 yards within that address. You drive by there, you will be arrested facing a violation of protective order charge. You understand that?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Are you employed, sir?
No, sir, right now I'm taking care of my mother, sir, because I lost my stepfather on June the 12th, sir. And so my sister has all kinds of mental issues.
Okay, hold on. I asked you if you had a job.
Okay, all right, so I'm sorry.
Our probation or parole, you said you faced
I finished my parole successfully, sir.
in May of this year,
Yes, sir.
last month?
Yes, sir.
And there is an EPO, a protective order I'm going to issue, no contact with the victims. This case is resolved. This protective order will expire in August, but I don't want any contact until this case is resolved. The victim was, let me see, hang on just a minute. Okay. Bond will be reduced. $5,000 cash surety. You get out on bond, so you need to stay in contact with your attorney. You will have to show up at the courthouse at a later time to take care of this case. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Have a seat.
Good. Can I ask one question, sir?
Go ahead.
That 10% of 5,000 I get out?
That's normally what the bondsman charge. You have to discuss that with them. I don't have any control over that.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else? All right.
That-
Thank you.
that
Have a good
concludes-
afternoon.
Okay, thank you. You too.
The next case we're gonna call is C 0474-24-J, State of Texas versus Mario Cordero. You Speak English, Mr. Cordero? Noel Gonzalez.
Yeah, good
It's
afternoon,
your
Your Honor.
motion, sir. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, Judge. Judge, we're here on a writ. I'm requesting a bond reduction. This is a first-degree felony allegation, murder, Your Honor. Currently, the bond is set, I believe, at $2 million. My client is a U.S. citizen, lifelong resident of Hidalgo County. He was living with his mother. His mother is on Zoom, ready to proffer to the court that she will let him stay at her residence if he is able to make bond. He does suffer from a few ailments, physical ailments, Judge. He does have a heart murmur. He also suffers from depression. He's on medication for that. His employment, he does cut hair and do side jobs. Judge, we're asking if the court would consider reducing this bond to something that's not as oppressive, something along the lines of maybe 50,000 with AIP or any conditions, ankle monitoring, GPS monitoring, any conditions that the court might order. And that's what we're asking at this time, sir.
What says the state?
Your Honor, at this time, the state's not recommending any reduction. This defendant is a repeater. He went up for 4 years TDC in 2019 for a prohibited weapon.
He's been in custody 166 days. Where are we at on the indictment?
That is our concern as well, Judge.
Gabby? Any?
Judge, all I can see is that it's still with our intake department. I don't see a date for when it's set for the grand jury, but it does look like an indictment has been prepared.
Raise your right hand, sir. Going to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. State your name.
Mario Cordero,
How old are you, sir?
22.
Put your hand down. Where were you born?
McKinney, Texas.
Graduated from high school?
No, sir.
You have a GED?
No, sir.
Did you have a job before you came into jail?
No, sir.
You're on probation or parole when you were arrested for this case?
No, sir.
If you do make bond, sir, I'm gonna ask that you be released to AIP officials only, which means that you'll be under house arrest. They will come, speak to you, have you sign the paperwork, put that bracelet on you, the monitoring bracelet. You'll be confined to your home unless you're going to work, and you need to get permission from them. If they go check on you and you're not there when you're supposed to be there, that's a violation. You're gonna possibly end up back in jail. Do you understand that? No drugs, no alcohol, random UAs through probation. Bond will be reduced to $100,000 cash surety. Anything else, Mr. Gonzalez?
No, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May the family be excused as well, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Next case we're gonna call is C 2985 -24-8 State of Texas versus Martin Gomez.
Yes,
Speak English, Mr. Gomez.
yes, sir.
Carlos Quintana. There you are. Good afternoon, Carlos. Your client is present. He's English speaking. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, good afternoon. This is Carlos Quintana for Mr. Gomez. Your Honor, Mr. Gomez has been incarcerated since March the 26th on a burglary of building case. They set bond at $10,000. And at this time, we're asking that the court consider a PR bond or in the alternative, $1,000 cash security.
What says the state?
Your Honor, the recommendation is for the bond to be reduced to a $5,000 cash surety.
Been in custody.
He's been in
So
custody
90
since
days,
March.
98
Yes,
Yeah,
Your
I saw
Honor. and
98 days. Go ahead, Mr.
He
Quintana.
He doesn't have the resources to post a $5,000 cash security. That's the reason why we're doing this.
Is it anywhere near indictment on this one, Gabby? It's been in custody 98 days.
So, Your Honor, I just see that he's at intake. Due to the amount of time that he's been in jail, the state would be recommending a $5,000 PR bond.
Any objection, Mr. Quintana?
Yes, Your Honor, I asked that the court set a bond of $1,000 cash security. That's what he can afford considering the length of time that he's been in there. He's been unable to work and gather any money.
Mr. Quintana, she's recommending
Yes,
a $5,000 PR.
PR, we have no objections with that.
Mr. Gomez, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, sir?
44, sir.
Where do you live?
5136 around Warrior in your neighborhood.
5136 what?
5136 around Warrior.
Is that a house?
Yes, sir.
You have a phone number?
No more.
Who do you live there with?
My wife, thank you.
Did you have her cell number?
Yes.
What is it?
956-521-4210.
What's your wife's name?
What was the first, the number?
I'll get it to you in a minute, Carlos. Hold on. What's your name?
Michelle Reyes.
Michelle Reyes.
Yes, sir.
Number was 956-521-531.
531.
4210.
Thank you,
If you
Your
get
Honor.
out on bond, sir, if you get out, you need to make sure you contact Mr. Quintana, your attorney. You will have to show up at the courthouse at a later date to take care of this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Also, I do not want you going back to the location, the Dollar General, which looks like it's in your neighborhood, right down the Raul Longoria Road. 5136 South Raul Longoria Road.
Yes, sir.
Do not go back there. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you do, I think they issued a trespass warning. If you do, you will be arrested. And I'm gonna revoke your bond on this case, and you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
No drugs or alcohol while you're on bond, sir. I'm gonna order random UAs. You need to show up when they tell you to show up, not when you want to, when they tell you to show up and get tested. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
No drugs, no alcohol. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $5,000 PR. Random UAs and for him to stay away from the location. Anything else,
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Quintana?
That is all we have, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, have a good afternoon.
Likewise.
Next case we're gonna call is C 3021-24-I, State of Texas versus Ricardo Ramos Jr. You speak English, Mr. Ramos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos is present. Dan Mora, it's your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge. He's got several cases, some misdemeanors out of this transaction that have already been filed. This is a possession with a 30,000 cash surety. He does have, I do believe he's a U.S. citizen. I do believe he's got an extensive background, Judge. But in any case, it's still a POCS. We're asking for something very, very, very low, Judge. I would even ask the court consider a PR bond on this.
What says the state?
Your Honor, the state's recommending a reduction to a $20,000 cash surety bond. This is a first degree possession of a controlled substance charge where he had 9.13 grams of methamphetamine. He did serve 6 months state jail on a possession revo and 2 years TDC in 2023 on a second degree possession of a controlled substance revocation as well.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name.
Ricardo Ramos Jr.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 25.
Where were you born?
I was born in McAllen, Texas.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, sir. I was successfully discharged in April of last year.
Of last year?
Yes, sir. When I was released from Garza West.
What city do you live in?
McAllen. I also reside in Edinburgh.
You can't live in both places, so where do you live? Where were you living when you were arrested?
I was homeless.
Oh, you're homeless?
I was homeless, but I was residing at 2 places there where I was serving via.
Do you have family here in Hidalgo County?
Just a sister and an uncle.
Sister and what?
A sister and an uncle.
In Hidalgo County?
Yes, sir.
Do you have contact with them?
I have contact with my sister.
She won't allow you to stay in her house?
She's on the house.
Okay. Were you working?
That works? No, Your Honor, I'll just do gigs.
Bond will be reduced to $2,000 cash surety. You get out on bond, sir, I'm gonna order random UAs. Like I told everybody else, no drugs, no alcohol. You need to show up to get tested when they tell you to show up. If I get a report that you're not showing up, or you're coming back positive, you come back to jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. And this is on the possession of.
On the possession of controlled substance, I don't have the other cases in front of me. They've been filed. Your attorney will visit with the other courts to see about getting you a reduction on those bonds at a later time. On this case, your bond will be reduced to $2,000 cash surety.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Random UAs. Anything else, Mr. Mora?
That's all, Judge.
Have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Melissa Canales, did she get up the line already? Mr. McPherson,
Yes, sir.
call C. Good afternoon, sir. C 2998-24-F, State of Texas versus Cedric Soto.
Yes, sir.
You speak English, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good. Mr. McPherson, this is your motion.
Yes, Judge William McPherson for the applicant. Judge, my client was arrested on or about June the 13th. He was booked in on the 13th. He was charged with burglary of a building, state jail felony. His bond set at 50,000 cash as surety. He's from Alamo, Texas. He's an American citizen. He was born in Lubbock, Texas. He doesn't have much money. He's requesting a PR bond, but if the court feels he needs a cash as surety, he could struggle to maybe make 1,000 cash as surety. So that's what we're asking for.
What says the state?
Judge, the state's not recommending a reduction. The defendant was out on bond for an abandoning, endangering charge from March 19th, 2024, when he picked up this new charge June 12th of 2024. He has been up before judge for a robbery charge and a burglary habitation charge for 5 years in prison in 2003, as well as a state jail trip in 2003.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Your name?
Cedric Lee Soto.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 40.
42?
So 40.
40? Sure.
I'm positive.
Where do you live, sir?
I live in the 89 East Business Highway.
At the location where you were arrested?
Yes, sir. That's where I work. I work there.
That's
Yeah.
That's where you were arrested? You have a trailer there or what?
Yes, sir. I own a trailer. I haven't moved already.
You had moved?
Yes, sir.
So you're not going back to that location? Been behaving back in here?
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, no, I caught a case.
You're gonna get out. If you do, you need to behave, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Follow the orders of the court, otherwise you end up back in jail.
Yes, sir.
We'll order random UAs. You get out, same thing I told everybody else, make sure you show up, no drugs, no alcohol. Bond is what it said at 50,000. You have family here in Hidalgo County, sir?
Yes, sir.
You married?
Yes. I mean, I'm common law.
You have children?
Yes, sir. I have 9 children I look after.
Live with you?
Yes, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. And I go back to that location, sir. You don't live there, so don't go back there. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Mr. McPherson?
No, that's all. Will be excused.
Sir, have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Have a seat. Gabby, we've got 2 more cases on the docket. Carlos Angel, he's not here, is he? His case, we told him not to bring him in. His case was actually indicted.
Correct.
CR 3309-24I. It was Melissa Canales' case. And then we also have Jose Salazar. Is he here?
Yes, sir.
Speak English, Mr. Salazar?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and stand up, please. Melissa Canales was on the line earlier, but I don't see her anymore. Has she spoken to you, Gabby?
She has not spoken with me, Judge, no.
Do you have a recommendation on this case?
Judge, we're not recommending a reduction. He has an assault of a pregnant person where he was sentenced to 2 years in prison in 2023 with the same victim in this case. He does have some misdemeanor priors. And this charge, Judge, is a violation of a protective order.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name. How old are you, sir?
22.
Are you on parole or probation?
Well, I was on parole. I was supposed to get released on May from CDC with parole, but they brought me back here.
There's a valid protective order that will not expire until September of 2027. That means is you are not to have any contact. It appears to any contact with Norma Regalado. Is that your mother?
No, that was my mother-in-law, but
Okay, hold on. There's a protective order. Or let me see. No, Ashley Chavez, you're not to have any contact with Ashley, is that correct?
yes, sir.
And there's a protective order in place. You're not to have contact. It won't expire until September of 2027. It means you can't call them from jail. You can't call them or send them Facebook messages or text messages or anything because you will be charged. You understand that? You were in custody, right? So you don't have a job?
Well, I had a job before I was sentenced. I still have my job available.
What were you doing?
I was working in the fields.
Graduate from high school?
Yes, sir. I have a high school diploma.
How much time are you doing right now?
I have 1 year flat time.
You have a place to live if you get out?
Yes, sir.
Where will you be living?
635 La Quinta Lane in Edinburgh.
That's not where Ashley lives, correct?
No, that's my mother's address. It's already been approved by parole too.
Bond will be reduced. $5,000 cash surety. Once the order random UAs. You're gonna be on parole, so they'll be testing you. We're gonna test you here too. No drugs, no alcohol. Is that clear? Get a job, stay away from the victim in this case. Is that clear? All right, have a seat.
Thank you.
That's everybody, Gabby.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you for your help. Have a good afternoon. Happy 4th of July to you.
Happy 4th, Judge. Thank you.
Bye.